Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Stars in Sports. It is the biggest MMA promotion organization in the world and has some of the highest ranking sports fighters on its roster. Conor McGregor endured a shock KO defeat to Dustin Poirier at UFC 257 as a career left in tatters. Conor McGregor was at the end of a crushing loss at his UFC return to Abu Dhabi last night. It is sickening. How did it happen? Conor McGregor versus Dustin Poirier. Dustin the Diamond Poirier is a terrible guy. The former junior lightweight champion proved that he's every bit as tough and efficient as any man in the division on Saturday night at UFC 257. With Conor McGregor's thrilling stop in the second round, Poirier survived McGregor's early shots before securing takeoff and finally defeating his opponent's lead calf. The damage to McGregor's calf ended up reversing the fight when Poirier pressed on with an onslaught that destroyed McGregor and led to a halt in the second round. Poirier, who remains in limbo with UFC President Dana White, insisting that champion Khabib Nurmagomedov will be back for another fight after declaring his retirement in October, believes he should be the champion if Nurmagomedov is out of the frame. If there's been a constant during McGregor's unique tenure as the greatest draw in UFC history, his willingness to cope so humbly and genuinely with loss has usually been a massive part of helping him easily restore himself. Yet there were, of course, aspects to this tragedy that felt different. McGregor could not beat himself, as his UFC 196 defeat to Nate Diaz should have been clarified, provided that he revealed his limited gas tank. This, too, wasn't the product of a rough style matchup that will still be won like his UFC 229 title loss at Nurmagomedov. This time, McGregor is beaten the same way he normally wins fights. The picture of McGregor leaning up against the wall of the cage after being rescued by the referee was definitely an unforgettable one. And even though McGregor spoke after the match to improve his activity and get right back in the ring and try to remedy this error, a second straight loss in this fashion would have a devastating effect for McGregor's prospects for everyone in his traditionally deep division. Knowing McGregor, he's sure to be true to his word and look to fight whoever's next in line in hopes of winning a third fight with Poirier, which would be a pay-per-view blockbuster if both fighters managed to get there. But to realize the truth of Discord would mean beating someone like Gathy or Tony Ferguson, which would not be an easy task. The cloud cast by McGregor's great start kept much of the reports about Poirier's path to UFC 257 on the back page. Yet what of a mountaintop moment of a career that's already fantastic? 2 fights back from the one-sided loss of title Khabib Nurmagomedov, Poirier never stopped changing. Nurmagomedov is set to retire as the biggest 155-pound in UFC history, but Poirier proved on Saturday to be the most active and one of the best fighters the sport has ever seen. Poirier has risen to an impressive 11-2 following his defeat of featherweight to McGregor in 2014 in their first fight against Anthony Pettis, Eddie Alvarez, Justin Gaethje, Max Holloway, Dan Hooker, and now McGregor along the way. There wasn't a UFC championship at stake on Saturday though. In retrospect, there definitely should have been. Anyway, Poirier achieved his potential this night and did so by decisively overcoming the man whose victory over him 6 years earlier forced a kind of transition in Poirier's career that fueled his extraordinary evolution. It was the taste, it was getting older, turning 32, having a piece of that belt, and thinking about that shadowing forever that I'm an interim world champion. I don't know how many fights I have left, but when I walk away, I'd love to be the world champion, Poirier said after the fight. I just want to be the champ. I've put in all the work. I've done everything you can do in this sport except raise that undisputed world title in the air, and that's what I want to do. But we'll see. I'm not in a rush to fight again. I just want to go home and sell some hot sauce. One persistent refrain from during the building of the UFC 257 and the rematch between Dustin Poirier and Conor McGregor was that Poirier was not the same guy he was when McGregor knocked him out in their 2014 featherweight meeting. Poirier proved to be accurate in the Battle Island rematch when he survived McGregor's early blinks to notch a surprisingly shocking second-round knockout win. McGregor came out easily, flashing his signature pace and strength, and even plummeted right into the same shoulder strikes that led to Donald Cerrone's return to the octagon in January 2020. All in all, Poirier stayed calm, focusing on McGregor's leg punches, finally taking the Irish superstar's base before striking him, dropping him to the ground, and recording a knockout at the 2:32 mark of round 2. The leg kick attack was a constant over a round and a half play, with Poirier never deviating from the strategy. As McGregor landed and rocked Poirier's head back, Poirier would reset and quickly look at McGregor's calf with his thudding kicks. The faith of Poirier is shown from the early moments of the struggle. Although McGregor was successful with his offense, Poirier engaged in dialogue during the fight and even pointed to McGregor after landing a punch, sending a message that nothing has changed in the last 6 years. "I'm happy, but I'm not surprised," Poirier said after his win. "I put in the work. Conor took this result very professionally over here. He's a pro, man. Nothing but respect. We're 1-1. Maybe we have to do it again. This fight is great. This win is great. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.